Okie dokie. Well, it's been a while on it. I mean, 6 months. Oh, God, I'm a nightmare. I'm an absolute nightmare. Yeah, so today we are going to be making, well, nothing in particular. I just want to work on. Technical difficulties and all that good stuff. Man, webcam's a bit weird, isn't it? Why is it so orange? Meant to be like that? Why is it? I don't know. I look a bit orange, don't I? Let me see if I can change some sort of filter or something because I look orange. Video. Let's have a gaze at this. Right. I look orange. So what's that? Is that saturation? Oh, there we go. There we go. That's better. Don't like how orange I look. So what we are doing is we are going to basically what I want to do is I want to drag over. I've got this little placeholder thing in my actual scene. And this is, I don't want to call it a game because, like, every time I say I'm going to make a game, I don't end up making a game. I end up just falling into the pit of unfinished games. So I want what I've got in my head is like a Diablo style, just hack and slash type thing, like this really basic form of it, where like you run through a map and just kill enemies basically. But I don't want it to be massive. I just want just like a little level, and obviously you click and move. Let's just so you obviously click and move. I've got the animations set up and stuff. Well, placeholder animations with me with good old what is it? Miximo? Miximo's default keys, and we are just basically getting it. So we've got movement, and then there's a basic attack, but I'm not having it as that sort of attack. I want it as just click and attack kind of attack, and I also want like kind of minions following you as well. So yeah, what I'm kind of thinking is it's like a portal to portal thing where you enter a portal and then like you enter a new level, and then basically you have to go through and I don't know, you've got to protect some sort of thing. But again, I'm not gonna call it a game because I don't want to do that. I just want to work on like mechanics because that's kind of like what I like doing is just working on mechanics. So we're gonna get some basic mechanics down just to start it. And obviously, if I build as many mechanics as what I'm thinking, it'll turn into a game. But I'm keeping the scope relatively small. So yeah, I've just basically chucked this quick script together to basically handle the animations and the click to move using the nav mesh agent because that's what I want on. That's how I'm going to basically make it so it navigates the map, and obviously the minions are going to be able to navigate the map as well using the nav mesh agent. So yeah, let's get going. So the next thing really on the list of things that I actually want to do is the whole situation with. So what I'm going to do actually, just to make this easier, I'm going to make that smaller like that, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a display. And what's that? Is that a screen window capture? I'll do a window capture. Let's call it code. What I want to do is while I'm coding, put that there just so you can see over the hierarchy. It don't really matter. But now what I can do is I can code on the fly basically, and you can actually somewhat see it. So I'll zoom into the code so you can see it, and then we can get on with that because basically I've got 3 monitors. So I've got one monitor unit here, the other monitor is just like Google and stuff like that, and the other monitor is for coding. So I'm hoping you can see it. Let me just go to my actual YouTube and oh yeah, that's perfect. Right, so you can see everything that you need to be able to see basically. And what if I need to obviously show you something on the hierarchy or the project view or the inspector, then I will, but not really necessary because you're just here for the coding and obviously the actual making of the game. So, for all intents and purposes, we can get going. So what have I got done there? So I'm gonna get rid of that because I don't need that for the moment, and that'll mean it'll check out the actual attack. So what we do need is we need a placeholder enemy just to get enemy attacking working. So what I will do is I will go to scenes, player, where are you? Where are you? Wow, did I just chuck it straight in player? Right, I'm gonna duplicate that and call it enemy. Oh, something here, hang on. Is it that one? Probably gonna sound. Okay. Right. I'm hoping I'm back live now, because is it working? Am I working? Is it working? Is it working? Yeah, right, cool. I've just got the just so I can see everything. Right, so we need an enemy, basically. And this is what our enemy is going to be called. So I'm just going to make a new asset. Well, a new folder and call it enemy. And then I'm going to chuck enemy into, not there, because that's not where enemy goes. Enemy's in there. And I should be able to duplicate that. I suppose I could have just done that in first place. That would have been a lot easier. I'm going to remove that because I don't want to use that. I don't need a player manager. So now we've got an enemy. And I am going to create a different skin for this because I don't want to be confused. Enemy skin. And then I'm just going to put that to black. And then chuck that on there. Right, cool. And then I'll chuck that. Yeah, let's give it a bit of a. Yeah, cool. Right. So instead of that, I'm going to delete that because I don't need that anymore. And I'm just going to bang you in there. Why is none of my thumbnails coming up? What's going on? I don't matter. Right, so we've got enemy. I'm just going to chuck a tag on that as well, just so I don't forget. Enemy. I'm going to tag that as enemy. And then tag that as player. And then in scripts, what I'm going to do is go and call this enemy manager. And then what we're going to do is, because it's only a single player, I don't have to worry about anything like that. So I'm just going to do public player. And then just to do that, so player equals transform. Transform dot find game. No, so it is game object. I ain't coded in a very long time, so find game object with tag, and then we're gonna just say player dot transform. So then basically what should happen is this should automatically .ai. AI? There you go. Yeah, so this should automatically assign this variable. And to be fair, what is going to happen is I'm going to just test that, because once that happens, then I can just private that. So we'll just have to double check that the whole thing is working. So animate. So if I just click play now, it should automatically assign the player. It does. Right. And now in the update, well, no, we have to get the nav mesh first, don't we? So we can private that straight away. Private nav mesh agent, and we'll just call that agent. Agent. And then also in the, we'll do agent dot get component now mesh agent, and then that should equals game. Yeah, so that should automatically get the nav mesh now. So if I just make that public, just to double check that the variables are working. I know you can put it inside of the inspector, but I don't want to be able to see any of this once I know it works. So if I just click play, it should get the nav mesh of the enemy. Boom, lovely. So now we can just private that, and then what we can do is agent dot set destination equaling to the players. Is it player? Yeah, player dot position. That should work. Why is that not working? That's why. Because the set destination needs to be called not actually equal to anything. So player dot position. Now, if we just turn this down to 2. And click play, it should move towards the player. Yeah, it does. So it's going to follow the player no matter where it is, because it's using the nav mesh. What's going to happen is it's going to follow it for 1, which is good, but we need to get the animations working. So we need to create a, what do we need to create? We need to create an animator controller and call it enemy controller. And then in the enemy, we need to do a public animator, and call that, anim, are you okay? I'm gonna comment these, make it look nice and tasty, but not quite yet. So in here, what we need to do is we need to be able to reference these two, because this is what it is. So we'll do that. You're not going to be able to see these, but it don't matter because you're not here for the... So what we need to do now is walk in, blah, blah, blah. So let's set this controller up first. is this it? Yeah, so we just need to walk for now, which is that one. And what we're going to do is we're going to set the parameters to an integer because it's just easy to keep track of anything. Call it movement, and then actually no, we do need the idle. Set as default layer, and then make transition. So 0 equals turn off as exit time, 1 equals as exit time, and then what we're going to do with that is we are going to, so if that's 1, it's going to go, if that's 0, go. And then yeah, and then in code